Alright, thank you folks for coming out. I'm going to start in the middle of my tale. I'm going to pick up where our hero, if we can call him that, the constable, the corrupt constable of Chinatown, Tom Burns. No, Tom Baines. And he's just found a body in Chinatown. A white body by the name of Johnny Rubin. And he's discovered some strange snake bites on his corpse. And this is where we begin. So it was around, like, I don't know, 1855, 1856. They're all a bunch of cocksuckers back then. Since the Joyful Gate Blossom was on my shit list, I decided to stop in and rattle some cages. When that Tom came with the poppy gold to take that Chinese kid away, I ended up killing their high-priced Hong Kong lawyer. That didn't put me in their Chinese New Year list, but there wasn't a hell of a whole lot they could do about it. Sometimes you gotta rub a dog's face with shit before he gets the point. Just never turn his back on him. The junk shop was next to Sullivan Alley, where the Joyful Gate ran about 20 brothels. 2 white men walked out of the front door just as I was going in. One of them gave me a sidewise look as he passed me by. I was going to throw that motherfucking cunt up against the wall because of the way this kid looked at me and stole a peace officer, but he was white. And in Chinatown, sometimes that's all you need. I walked into the shop. A well-dressed chink walked out from the back smelling like cat piss. It was Fong Wong, the Tong's top Manchu. Rumor had it that Hong Kong lawyer was his cousin, that he was ordered bound to kill me. I'd like to see the son of a bitch try. Good morning, Constable Baines, Fong said. How can I help you? White man's dead in Chinatown, my Chinatown. And your tongue has this stank all over this. How did this man die? Why don't you tell me, Fong? You got a pit full of fighters in that back room of yours? Fong didn't say anything. He just kept that I know a secret smirk on his cheek face. Constable, I'm afraid you weren't mistaken. But what if I walk in that back room of yours and I find something I don't like and shut you down? I'm sure your tongue would hate to have that happen. This is my Chinatown. And if someone crashed lightning to my left, there's no fucking second guessing where the fuck it's gonna come from. Oh, I'm gonna blink. Have a nice day, Constable. Something about Fong's attitude bothered me. He was cockier than his usual chink self. Maybe Fong was gonna supply coolies for Leland Stanford or some other railroad baron cocksucker. Then a sudden fear hit me. One of the white Christian men on top of the hill was back in Fong's play. So if that were to happen, Augustine would have told me. Unless they were going to make a play on Augustine. I walked out of the junk shop and into the streets. It seemed more Chinese than usual, and they moved about in groups with slow deliberateness. Their loud squawking was replaced by a muted murmur. So really, the only thing I accomplished was to get a headache, so I wandered on over to the Jade Lady, a competitor of the Jade Blossom. Thank you, Lee, for that extra scene. I was easier on their white clientele. I didn't hassle the operators. I got free dope and snatch out of the deal. Constable Baines, Sally Singh said, her little face hovering over above the counter as if she was a headless ghost. I didn't know if that was a real name. It was probably fake, much like the ground facade in front of the brothel. Very early in the morning to making rounds. Something about the way she said bothered me. Problem, Sally? No, Constable, no problems at all. I shook my head and headed down to the dope den. Sally wanted to tell me something, but couldn't. I could walk Chinatown for 100 years and never understand the celestial mindset. When they wanted help, they could never come out and ask. Always some sort of mumbo-jumbo I was supposed to garner when I squatted to take a shit. Right now, the only thing I wanted to garner was a hit from the opium pipe and a fresh hole. Yeah, I walked into that basement where the silk green curtains separated the regular riffraff from the more high-end dope fiends. I like to be alone, with the exception of a daughter of joy to light my pipe and keep my pecker company. It's a shame to get used up so quickly, then chopped up into crabs, those little bastards plucking out eyes and burning the guts of those that this city ate up and spat out into the bay. about anything. I slipped off my gun belt, took off my shirt, but I kept my pants and my boots on. I promised myself I wouldn't hit the dope den tonight. I didn't like the notion of those miners calling me a chink lover. Maybe go to a bar and puff off my reputation by getting drunk with respectable white men and poking pale snatch. But that was for another time. I'm not the only stranger to pale snatch. After a few hits from the opium, it was working on me. This daughter Joy was riding me good. I could tell she was on the dope too. It's hard to hate someone when you're put on their level, or maybe it just makes it easier. Black hair spilled over her shoulders while smoke and light played tragic on her face. I grabbed her bare hips and pulled them in onto me, her hair spilling off her shoulders and onto my chest. Then I felt it. A thick lock of hair coiled up and they bit me on the arm. Goddamn dope. Goddamn me. I reached for the shotgun and I raised it up to the girl. The fibers were all crawling over her head and shoulders, biting her face and neck. She was too dope to feel it, and so was I. Almost. I pulled the trigger on the barrel. And her face disappeared. I couldn't hear shit and could see less. And the shadow played up on the rafter and I let the other barrel go. The tong high binder fell on the floor with a basket full of snakes. I stomped on a few before grabbing my gun belt and hit it topside. Sally's thing was slumped over the counter, her throat cut. Outside, the street was full of hatchet men fighting it out. I was in the middle of the Tong War and Fong was winning. He was making a move on Chinatown, my Chinatown. But he couldn't have made it without some white Christian cocksucker back up on that hill back in his play. I fired a few pistol shots in the crowd and I made for the warehouse. I used my penknife to get some of the poison out, but I only managed to cut up my arm even more. Just then, Kirby walked in. "It's a goddamn heathen come again out there, Tom!" "No shit," I said. "Go over to the main station and grab anyone who ain't drunk over. We gotta stop this riot." Kirby smiled that nasty cunt-bleeding smile of his. "Who's this we? You got a mouse in your pocket? Ain't nobody gives a damn about these chinks except maybe you." Kirby pulled out a derringer and fired. The bullet struck the plank behind me. Oh, okay. I stood there looking at him, and he stared back, not knowing what to do. And then Kirby did what he did best. He talked. "They ordered me to do it, Tom. God damn, I didn't want to do it, but they made me." Pointed my pistol at him. "This fucking bay have a name? Augustine. Him and Fong, they're planning to take over Chinatown, they." "You mean my Chinatown?" I pulled the trigger. And he had spilled out for me. Corey Augustine, the man who backed my appointment and made me the constable of Chinatown. Now he sold me out to the man who wanted me dead. But why kill me? Why kill Johnny Ruben? I reloaded my pistol, the shotgun, and my pipe. The venom was turning my body into fire, but I needed enough dope to get up the hill. There, I'd find my answer. And you'll find your answer too if you go ahead and buy the next issue of Instant City.